What up, Dynasty players in the house? It's the Dynasty front office, part of the Dynasty Warzone network. Please like and subscribe. Leave a 5-star network if you'd like. 5-star review if you'd like. I'm your host, Jesse Schneeman. Almost got through that one. And I'm here with the 3 best friends that anyone could ever have. Austin Bell, how are you tonight? The auspicious Austin Bell.
I'm good, man. How are you, Jesse?
I'm great, man. We're going to play some games. We're going to get back to our roots. We're going to play kind of like a game show format. And we're going to do our Rookie of the Week.
Cool.
Right on. And my main man, Chad Mendoza. How you doing tonight, Chad?
I'm good, man. How are you doing, Jesse?
I'm great. Don't lie to me.
It's been a rough day.
Yeah, but you're here with us now. We're like a warm, cozy blanket.
Yeah. maybe like one of those maybe it's like a heavy blanket, a little too heavy though.
Oh, okay. It's like a thunder vest for a
yeah. But like you take it back to the store because it's kind of like
yeah. Wow.
Question: since you had a bad day, did you wear that hat the whole day?
No, I just put it on to cheer myself up.
Oh,
okay.
Lord, that's a Giants hat for people on podcast land. And Major Mike Casper, how you doing tonight, Mike?
I am great. My dad literally just texted me, actually. Let me know they finally sold their house. It's been on the market since June, so that's awesome.
Oh, wonderful.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are they moving out to Texas with y'all?
Yeah, they're gonna live with us until they find a place. So
Oh, good times.
yeah, so that's exciting. We've been waiting for them for months.
Can make
Yeah, you gotta
people
set
in the
up
house now.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like a real Mormon family, you know what I mean?
I don't, but
I don't either.
have some guesses.
Okay. A million kids. I don't know.
Oh, okay. That part. Okay, that's cool. So you guys set up some cameras. We'll get a reality show going. Mike and the Mormons.
That's not that exciting, trust me.
Okay. Yeah. It's not everybody.
There's a lot of screaming. Nobody want to watch that. Yeah.
Right on.
People watch stuff like that all the time.
Yeah,
Isn't that what, like the Kardashians is and stuff? Random people just running around screaming at each other.
All right, and with our rookie profile of the week is Austin Bell. Take it away, Austin. Who we got?
We have Amarian Hampton from the worst university in the country. From UNC.
Hold on, Mike. How's that pronounced?
Omarion.
Thank you. That's the official pronunciation.
Yeah.
Which one?
Yeah.
The last one I said.
Yes. He is a true junior, 21 years old. ESPN has him at 6 foot 220. Ran for over 1,600 yards, 15 touchdowns, had 38 receptions this year. So shows he can be a viable pass catcher as well. Just a big power back, explosive, does have the long speed. Just a fun guy. Going to be a lot of people's RB2s. But with this class for me, I'm not there yet, but going to be a fun guy.
Chad, thoughts on Amarian Hampton?
He's a fun guy to watch. Really, really tough runner. Maybe not as agile as you'd like. I think if he had that aspect to him, he'd be talked about a lot more highly than he already is. But I think he's a really solid prospect. I really, really like him. Hate that he plays for the school played for the school he played for, but that's beside the point.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I hate to scout the helmet, but he does kind of remind me of Javonte.
Yeah, I thought Javonte had better burst coming out, but
he's bigger.
He is that.
He's a lot tougher runner than
he's more violent for sure. He reminds me of David Montgomery a little bit. Kind of like more David Montgomery once he got into the NFL. If you look at Montgomery's college tape, he kind of tried to be more of an elusive back, which I think worked well for him. But when he got to the Bears, a lot more straight ahead, collision, Chris Carson type runner.
Chris Carson, that's a name.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, hey, those kind of backs, if they're really committed to you're not taking me down, Can be a lot of fun and can score you a lot of points, but they just don't last that long.
Yeah.
And I do question the long speed with him a little bit. Not that I think he's slow, but I don't think he's got really true breakaway long speed.
I think he's gonna. I think he has decent speed. I think he's gonna.
Yeah.
You think he can hit like 20, 21 miles an hour, that kind of thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we see probably low 4.5s for him, which at that size is
Mhm.
plenty good.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm not even really concerned with his 40. You're muted, Chad.
Yeah, I think he had an issue.
There you go.
Test. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. I'm not really concerned about like 40 speed or anything like that. To be honest with you, he got run down a couple times. So
The analytics I found show that he hit 2 runs this year at 20.9.
okay.
So not crazy fast, but fast enough to.
No, he's
pull away when
gonna.
he needs to.
I think he's gonna test more than adequate. As far as like the 40 goes, I think he'll be okay.
Solid hands. I think he can play on third down. How's the pass blocking? I really haven't dug into that.
Yeah, I haven't either. I haven't made it that far yet.
I mean, that's the kind of thing that you can learn once you get to the NFL anyway. Scouting that in college is kind of weird. They're not asked to do it that much. So, all right, Omarion. Oh, well, actually, Austin, is he your RB2 right now?
He is not.
No. Mike,
But
do you have
he's
any
in
thoughts?
the talks of it.
What's that?
You have any thoughts?
Nope.
No. Okay. Chad, is he your RB2 right now?
No.
No. All right. Who is your RB2, Chad?
Don't worry about it. We'll talk about him, I'm sure.
Oh my God, don't worry about it. He says, Austin, do you have one?
I wasn't going to tell you yet either.
Okay.
Because it's probably going to change as I get further in scouting. So
Yeah.
I don't want to go pigeonhole myself in January.
I mean, I'm not going to pigeonhole myself, but right now I kind of like Travion.
That's fair.
Mhm.
I mean, he's going to be electric for fantasy.
Yeah,
he's the only one that fits, besides Genty. He's the only one that like really out of the guys I've watched that really fits the 3-down NFL skill set so far. Hampton, Caleb Johnson, Judkins, all pretty straight ahead power backs. So
Caleb Johnson's mine.
that's your RB2?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yep.
I was disappointed as hell when I watched him. But all right, we'll get to that. Maybe we'll do.
Yeah, we'll get to him.
Yeah. Has he declared Austin?
Who? Caleb?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, maybe we'll do him next week.
I mean, he's a junior. He better. Right? He's a junior?
Yeah, he's a junior.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of guys go back for the senior year, and it's just fine.
I mean, he's good enough to get good draft capital.
Yeah, agreed. I don't think he's terrible. He's not my RB2. All right, y'all. That's Omarion Hampton. Do you want to make a deal?
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's play a game. All right, guys, this is Let's Make a Deal. It's sort of like the old game show. I think you would probably know it with Wayne Brady, but in my day, it was Monty Hall. We've done this before.
Yeah, you showed your
Oh,
age
yeah.
plenty of times.
All right, so I'm going to throw out a question, and first person to buzz in and answer the question wins the player, and then we'll start making deals. Sound good?
Let's do it.
All right, and once you play a game, you're out. All right, so I want everybody to get a chance to play the game.
Before we start, Jamie just brought up a question that I think is pretty simple, so I'd like to answer it. He said, how high would you put Marvin Harrison Jr. in this class if he went back to win the title? The answer is 1, and it's clearly 1, and it's multiple tiers ahead of anybody else as a prospect.
Wow. Even Genty.
Yeah, I mean, he's 101 this year for me pretty easily if he
He's
came out.
multiple tiers above Genty, you're saying?
No, I meant more as the receiver position, but
Okay.
easily 101 for me still because receivers are better.
Okay, I agree. All right, y'all ready?
Let's do it.
All right, let's play some. Let's make a deal. All right, gentlemen, this running back finished as RB25 with 839 rushing yards, 38 catches, 264 receiving yards, and 6 total touchdowns. All right, I'm going to need an answer.
Tyrone Tracy.
Oh, sorry.
I got it.
That's correct, Austin. You win Tyrone Tracy.
Woo! Sorry, Chad. Won't trade him to you.
Now you can opt to keep Tyrone Tracy, or you can take what's behind door number 1, door number 2, or door number 3.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. But before, I'm sorry, what are you going to do? Are you going to keep Tyrone Tracy, or are you going to take what's behind
I want door number 3.
door number 3? All right, Austin. Let's see what's behind door number 3. But before we do that, Austin, let's make a deal. What if I offer you 110 and 210 to just walk away right now?
That's pretty tempting.
We're going to need an answer, sir.
No deal.
No deal. You want what's behind door number 3? Door number 3 is Jonathan Brooks.
Just like my Panthers, picked the wrong guy.
Austin. So let's see what was behind door number 1 was Trey Benson.
Yeah.
Door number 2 was Bucky Irving.
That's the one.
Yes, the answer was either Tyrone Tracy, Bucky Irving, or 110 and 210, but you walk away with Jonathan Brooks.
2026, here I come.
All right, so let's talk about these guys a little bit. I intentionally chose all first-year running backs. They definitely did not turn out the way we expected them to. All right, so since you won Jonathan Brooks, what's his value right now?
I would pray for a second, but I don't think anybody's going to buy him.
I'd buy him for a second.
This year?
Mid to late second.
No, I would not.
I wouldn't.
He's not playing. He had a surgery the end of last week.
Yeah.
He's not.
No, I
playing
understand
this year.
he's not playing.
So
You wouldn't
now,
pay a late second for a red shirt chance at a.
no,
No.
because now the perk is he just
turned.
turned same leg, same
Okay.
knee, same injury.
Okay.
The perk is he just turned 22. So even his year 3 is going to be going on 23. So like that's the positive of it. But the view for Dynasty is going to be negative. It's until he has a crazy game, a crazy season. Like you're going to struggle to get any kind of real value back on him.
Mike, would you pay 210 for Jonathan Brooks?
Probably not. No.
No.
I don't think I have that many teams in a position where it's like, oh yeah, I can really just throw this away for a year plus.
Chad, would you have traded Tyrone Tracy for 110 and 210?
No.
No. You keep Tyrone Tracy for that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well,
That's about the cost though.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I agree.
Okay. That was my so I had it. I was trying to make that a tough choice.
Yeah, that was. I mean, it was dead on.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
definitely
yeah.
made me think.
How much?
Because my thought is I'm going to get the RB5
Mhm.
in the class with that, and it's do I like him more than I like Tracy in the role that he is? And currently, that's no. Now we don't know how the draft capital and the landing spots work. Come May, that might be a yes. But currently, I would take the guy. I should feel good about that.
Mike, are you worried about Tracy getting drafted over?
Not really, because there's so many needs everywhere else.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. They actually hit on a late round.
think
Why
they
would
hit
they
on
worry
that.
about it?
yeah, he's been one of the best players on the team since he just drafted. There's absolutely zero reason. There's zero incentive to draft another running back. They have got so many holes.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
I hope not.
So,
Jamie asked, would you take Tracy or Emeka Ibuka? Let's say you fell to the 110.
I think I'd rather have Tracy.
I think I would too, but I think there are some spots where Ibuka I really like. He should be a PPR machine. I mean, he is a very complete receiver.
Yeah, I love him.
Yeah.
I would probably 107 or 108.
Yeah.
I don't
It
like
depends.
as much as I liked JSN though.
He's not as good as JSN.
Yeah.
That's
It depends on the landing spot and the draft capital. I mean, guys like that can find themselves, on teams that are going to fit that style, or they can find themselves in a JSN situation pretty quickly, and may work out long term if they're as talented as JSN is, but also on the flip side of that, you're going to have to bite the bullet for a little bit, and value is going to drop where you can probably acquire a player like that pretty easily.
Let's assume
in between that time,
T. Higgins leaves Cincy and they take him in the late first. Does that change your thought?
I mean, that's like probably best case scenario for him, right?
Yeah,
like if you're
probably. I'm just looking through. Let's say Tampa then. Let's say Godwin leaves and it's Tampa.
That's nice too.
That's another I think
with Liam Cohen signing on long term. At least this year.
Yeah, I think that's another really, really high end spot. I mean, any of those spots. I mean, obviously, I think you stick any wide receiver in those spots, and they're gonna have some hype attached to them. So, I would love that.
Okay.
All right. Let's pivot to Trey Benson. What's his value at this point? I mean, are you guys hunting him at all? I mean, it's kind of odd. Is this the first season ever that James Conner didn't get hurt? It's not kind of odd.
No, he was good the year before. He only missed 2 or 3 games the year before.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, as he's gotten older, he's gotten healthier, which is crazy. But, I mean, I'd pay a mid-second. That's probably it, like at 207 and later.
Yeah, otherwise, I'd pay a mid-second.
Well, with Connor being going on 30, isn't that right?
He's at least 30.
He's 29 and a half right now.
That's at least 30.
So they just extended him 2 more years. So let's assume that he's going to have a starting role this year.
Yeah.
I mean, barring injury, what do you see Benson doing? Which a lot of these guys in this class are going to have that same problem.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why I said mid-second. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of a little bleak for 1 more year, assuming.
There's only so many jobs in the NFL. Do you really think you're getting a starting running back in the mid-second?
I mean, yeah. I mean, you have a decent shot at it, right? Like with Trey Benson, you're not. That's the thing.
You don't know anything. I mean, James Conner could easily go down. Happens all the time.
Any running back could easily go down, right?
But then Trey Benson's a talented young back in line to take that job.
Trey Benson is a talented player. There's plenty of talented running backs in this class that you're going to get in the second round.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with that.
My whole thing is with Trey Benson, right? Trey Benson's value, unless there's a Connor injury, is only going to go down because it's going to be the second year where he's probably not going to see the field, right? With these backs, you're going to have more time. It's a fresh slate. I'd rather go with that than sit on Trey Benson for another year and hope something happens to James Conner. That's just not how I play Dynasty.
So you're saying Benson's really no better than Braylon Allen?
Well, no, I'm saying right now, right? Like I'm not saying you shouldn't go into the season and try to acquire him for cheap if he has another season like this one. I'm just saying acquiring him right now for the alternative, which is a fresh start at another running back that's freshly drafted. I'd rather go with that and then try to acquire Trey Benson in season.
Yeah, that's fair.
I agree. Yeah, I probably would too. I don't think he's going to gain any value this offseason, again, unless there's an injury, right?
Yeah,
but
that's really it.
That's anybody could gain value for possible injuries. So I don't think you should plan for that.
Yeah, that's literally any player. You can throw any name out there and say, all right, well, if RB1 gets hurt, RB2 is always going to go up in value.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess an injury away guy is more of a third round pick.
Yeah.
That's why I said Braylon Allen.
Yeah, except Brees is a lot younger than Connor is. So
Yeah, that's true.
And it kind of sucked. The one time Connor did get hurt, Benson wasn't healthy either, so we didn't even get to see a healthy workload.
Right.
Like we didn't get to see if he was any good.
Yeah.
So that makes it even worse. Is we don't even have any hype to build. Like, oh man, he's going to be good. We don't know.
All right. That's all the guys on this list. Do you want to move on?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, Austin. I'm sorry you're out for this round. You have to
That's
take
all
your
right.
Jonathan Brooks and just sit there. Just
Hopefully,
like
one of y'all take Deontay Johnson then.
just like the Panthers. All right, Chad and Mr. Casper. This quarterback finished as QB7 with 3,775 passing yards, 25 passing touchdowns, 430 rushing yards, and 4 rushing touchdowns.
Chad Nix.
Correct. Bo Nix.
Dang it.
Sucks,
Ding,
Mike.
ding, ding.
I was like,
A little slow in the sound effects. Bo Nix.
Right on brand though. We're good.
All right, Chad. Would you like to keep Bo Nix or take what's behind door number 1, door number 2, or door number 3?
I imagine it's going to be Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams, and May, probably.
Maybe.
Maybe JJ McCarthy in there a little bit.
The face
I'm gonna
Jesse,
sleep.
I
I'm
love it.
gonna stick with Knicks.
Boo. Oh, that was
All
sound
right,
effect.
Chad, before you finish and keep Bo Nix, would you like picks 102, 202, and 302 or Bo Nix?
I'm gonna keep Knicks.
Wow. All right. You got to keep Bo Nix.
Which door was JJ McCarthy behind?
1. Oh, JJ. Sorry, Jesse, I'll let you go. I was gonna guess.
No, I want you to
Daniels
guess. That's great. Please.
Daniels was behind 1.
Incorrect, Austin.
2.
Yeah, Daniels was behind 2. McCarthy was behind 1. And door 3,
Drake May.
Michael Penix.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, I'm glad I stuck with him with my guy.
I only wanted one real prize in this, which was Jaden Daniels. If you picked one of the doors,
Well, I thought you might have Caleb or May in there because it's an interesting discussion, right? Like,
well, we are going to talk about all of them, but I thought Bo Nix and Penix is actually more comparable.
I don't.
really? I don't think
I
so at all.
don't.
Mm-mm.
No,
I
Okay.
think
they're
probably-
first apart
He's-
for
I
me.
think
These are
probably
a lot
May
more.
and Knicks are probably comparable.
Closer together.
Man,
yeah.
next,
Yeah.
So obviously Jaden Daniels. Let's rank the rookie quarterbacks. Actually, it's just so we know where we all stand. For me, it would go Daniels, May, Nix, Penix, McCarthy. Is anybody way off from that?
I hope you're missing a name, and you don't have the guy.
Caleb?
Oh,
last.
Caleb. Oh, Caleb. Sorry, I always forget about him because he's not that good. No, I have to put him third. Yeah, and then Penix, then JJ.
I'd have Knicks over May, but that's just personal preference for me.
Wouldn't that be fourth?
But wait, yeah, I put Caleb third, and then Nix, then Penix.
Oh,
then JJ.
okay.
It's the Ben Johnson thing. Definitely bumped Caleb up for me, for
Mm.
sure. How about you? How about you, Chad?
It's tough. It's really tough. I would say it's Daniels, then throw Nix, Williams, May in a hat and just pick a name. And then it's Penix and then JJ.
I would agree with that exact order
Yeah.
with the hat and everything, just
All right,
not
well-
the Giants hat.
All right, one more time, Austin. What is it?
Daniels, and then however you want to put 2 through 4 with Caleb, May and Nix, and then honestly, Penix and JJ would also be a toss up for me.
Toss up.
Yeah. I've got a clear distinction personally. I've got a clear distinction between JJ and Penix. I like Penix a bit more. But
Agreed. I like
things
Penix a bit more.
Things change fast because that Vikings situation is so nice.
Yep.
Or I said could. I mean, I should say could change fast, right? But yeah.
And Mike, where do you have Nix? Do you have Nix like clearly second on that list?
I wouldn't say clearly, but if I was forced to rank them, I would probably put him second. Yeah.
Okay.
You would probably put him second, but you wouldn't because he's QB1 for you.
No,
That's really what it is.
not QB1.
Yeah. He's like, I would probably maybe.
He's my team's QB1.
But you wouldn't take him over Daniels in a startup.
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
No way in hell.
Prove it.
What about at
You
value?
did the QB rankings a couple of weeks ago. I did not have Nix ahead of Daniels.
Yeah, you were the high man on Nix, though. All right, Chad, I offered you 102, 302, 102, 202, and 302 for Nix, and you said no. What would it have taken?
Me to have 3 comfortable quarterbacks on my roster and Nix be the 4th.
Yep.
I think a lot
All
of
right,
people
so let's
would
talk
take
about
that,
let's talk about players.
I think a lot of people
Yeah.
would take that.
Tua and Tua.
What did you say?
What?
Tua and
You like that?
and
Tua and
202
Tua.
or Nix.
For Nix.
Nix. For Nix.
Nix.
Sorry. I'm not being
Nix.
nice, but I'm going to say it anyway.
So, wow. Goff and 201.
Golf.
Nix.
Mike?
Nix.
All right, Michael.
Michael.
Purdy.
That's a full name.
Uh-oh.
I think you've ever called Mike that.
Purdy and 203.
Purdy.
Okay. I think we found out where you are.
Mike, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106,
Nix.
or Nix.
So, like, it'd
Next.
take another young quarterback and a high second for Mike.
Yeah, get that on top of
Take
it.
Goff and a high second for Austin. Chad, we haven't found yours yet, have we? What quarterback does Chad? Chad doesn't care about quarterback so much in that range. Herbert and 202 or Nix.
Oh my God.
Herbert.
Oh my God,
That's not even
Herbert.
close.
All right,
You just say Herbert, probably.
Herbert and 210 or Nix.
Herbert.
You could just say Herbert.
Just swap it. How about Herbert for Nix and the 202?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You guys are okay. I wasn't sure where you guys were on Herbert. I thought I was higher than you guys.
It depends. It depends on who's at the 202. Maybe if it's on the
Right
clock
now.
and the guys fall.
Right
you
now.
know.
Yep, right now.
Matthew Golden.
Oh. Caught my attention.
I would say that's probably. I think I'm gonna take Nick's side. I think I'm gonna take the Nick's side. Surprisingly.
Believer.
You're just
I mean,
taking him over Herbert. Herbert.
No.
and 202?
Herbert
and
for
202.
Knicks in the 202.
Okay.
I'll take the Knicks in the pick.
Matthew
Bold.
Golden at pick 14 would be awesome.
I think it's very viable.
I hope so.
I really like the back end of the first round going into the second round in this class, but I'm sure we'll get into that.
Yeah.
Restrepo.
All right. No, Mike, you have to guess this one. So
Great,
All right, Michael.
You had to guess the last one.
Yeah. So if I get it wrong, I mean, what happens?
I'm sorry, that was
We end the
Professor-
podcast and I'll walk away.
yeah, this is in the front office.
Yeah, you really need to get this one too.
Gosh, and I'm afraid.
All right, Professor Major Michael Casper.
Full name again. Jeez, I'm in trouble tonight.
This wide receiver finished wide receiver 15 with 81 catches, 10,081 receiving yards,
10,000?
and
That's a season right there.
Woo!
1,081 receiving yards and 8 touchdowns.
Oh gosh, wide receiver 15.
I can give you a hint, but it takes away one of your doors.
The Mike Evans.
No,
He
Michael.
said, "Oh, Michael."
Everyone says no, Michael.
No, sir. All
This is
right,
the easiest one of the
I'll
three.
give you
Come on.
one more guess, but before you.
I don't like
get
look at
into the-
rankings most of the time. I'm just thinking of
one more.
Just
guess
think of the
before you-
players that we've been talking about. What do they all have in common?
it's a pretty average. Malik Neighbors.
All right, Michael. This Broncos wide receiver finished
Cortland
wide
Sutton?
receiver. Thank you. Hey.
Oh,
even
I
know
was
my own
wrong.
team.
My apologies. I was wrong. I thought we were talking about Ladd.
No, this was Cortland Sutton. All right, so you have one Cortland Sutton, but you do not have door number 3 any longer. Sir, would you like Cortland Sutton or what's behind door number 1 or door number 2?
Door number 1.
Door number 1. All right, before you take door number 1, would you like 206 and 306?
No, I'd rather keep Sutton.
You'd rather have behind what's door number 1? Behind door number 1?
1, yeah.
He already picked.
Jerry Jeudy.
Ooh.
Better of the two. Nice.
All right, so you've won Jerry Jeudy, Mike. Would you have rather had the 206 and 306 or Jerry Jeudy?
Yeah, 206 and 306.
Okay. All right. Door number 2 was Drake London.
Mm.
Damn, that's a
would've been
big
rough.
difference.
So we know in future, just pick door number 2 because his
Dude,
best
yeah.
one was door number 2 each time.
Change it.
Was it
Yeah.
It
Every
was
time.
Bucky, Jaden, and London.
Bucky? Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
Who was the one you took out?
Jacoby and Myers behind door number 3.
Jacobian?
Jacoby and Myers. It's a law firm in New York.
Oh, I was like, what?
We've been over this.
Oh, okay. I probably wasn't there for that one. Yeah.
No, you probably haven't. No, it's a famous law firm in New York.
You didn't know he
Ambulance
practices law? On this
I mean, Tyler Lockett sells homes, so why not?
Does he?
Yeah.
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 He's supposed to retire actually probably this
Yeah.
offseason.
Lockett's Realty? I just made
Stop,
that
drop, and lock
up.
It stopped, drop, and lock it.
Stop, drop, and Lockett Realty in the Seattle area, greater Seattle Tacoma area.
He really does sell homes though, but I don't know what he does himself.
All right, so would you have rather had Cortland Sutton than Jeudy?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And what about Jacoby?
No.
Are you sure, Mike? Yeah, I know how much you love Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah, no. I was screaming at that draft when they didn't take Lamb and he fell into their laps. So no.
All right, so obviously we all have Drake London number 1 on this list. Chad, rank the other 3 guys: Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, Jacoby Myers.
He doesn't want to. Next
None of
question.
them.
Jerry Jeudy,
Uh-huh.
Cortland Sutton. No, Jerry Jeudy, Jacoby Myers, and then Cortland Sutton.
All right, Austin.
How do you
You're
feel
just
about
going
that,
to
Mike?
agree with Chad because you always do.
Ironically, I think I do agree with Chad. I mean, honestly, I don't really care whichever one doesn't get drafted.
Yeah.
Is that right?
If I got one of those guys and
Yeah.
somebody comes to me and they're like, "Hey, let's trade Cortland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy," and like, why?
Would you guys rather have the picks 206 and 306?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. Though Judy probably
I mean-
has the most staying power for Dynasty.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
they can figure out the quarterback situation, he's going to be worth more than that.
Mm.
And as long as you're not like a biased, hate-filled Denver fan, you can see that.
I'm not gonna lie. I was really impressed with Jerry Jeudy the last
Yeah.
half of the season. If I'm being honest, if I have him, I'm keeping him over those other guys. But yeah, I mean,
I like
I think
Jacoby Myers, and I think he's worth the 206 and 306 all day.
He was really good too, to be honest.
yeah.
He's just a rock solid, like plug into your flex, injury bye week kind of replacement. Need guys like that.
I'll be interested to see what the Browns and New England does, respectively, in their offenses for wide receiver, because they're both probably going to bring some guys in. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. There's just so much mix up there, especially on the Cleveland end with the quarterback situation. So who knows if Jerry Jeudy's going to put up a season like he did this year again. We've seen plenty of seasons where he hasn't. But, I mean, those games where he was getting 11 to 15 targets, for a stretch there, I mean, it was pretty eye-opening. He looked really good on the field. Jacoby Myers did as well. But,
I mean, if they cared about us, it would just be Jamie's all the time.
Yeah.
God, I can't get enough of that guy.
Oh, yeah, he's great. Jameis Winston's
amazing.
great. I really, really want him in New York so bad.
That would be fun.
It would be so much fun. Imagine the media attention.
Draft
he'd
Tet
get.
and sign Jameis.
Yeah, that's
and
where I'm
just
going.
ball.
I'm at this point, I'm so used to, and I'm not trying to make this a Giants conversation, but I'm so used to being miserable. I'm so used to us losing at this point. I'd be fine with us losing another season as long as it was fun. And Jameis we're probably going to lose regardless. So let's make it fun, and then we can bring in Arch the next year.
Yeah. So Keep Trade Cut has Judy above Tyreek Hill, Josh Downs, and Khalil Bashir. Those are the 3 receivers below him.
I mean,
I would take Downs over Judy.
Yeah, Downs over Judy in a heartbeat.
The problem with Downs,
I don't know.
The running back that throws him the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not even a good one of those.
Yeah.
I don't know. If there's a decent quarterback situation in Cleveland, I'd rather have Judy. He looked really good.
Yeah.
When's the last
He was
time
really
back was decent? No.
Downs was somewhere around.
Jameis.
I looked at Downs for this list too. He was somewhere around wide receiver 35, and he missed 3 or 4 games. His numbers were pretty good. His efficiency numbers were not good, but his totals were not bad.
Was Judy a wide receiver 1 this year, or just outside, or what did he finish?
I think it was just outside.
It's outside. He only had 4 touchdowns. So
It was 13 or 14.
Okay.
It's actually a Cortland Sutton helmet above my head right there. So I guess I'm a little biased.
God, he only had 4 touchdowns and he finished wide receiver 13. That's pretty impressive.
I might be making that up.
Oh,
Keep looking at Austin.
I mean, I'll do it, but I assumed you had that. Like,
I might be making that up.
Looking at you like, all right.
I mean, 20% of his yards came in one game. So
okay, hater.
Just
Gracious.
I'm just saying, just everyone was slobbing his knob that game when it was the backup DB. Okay, like if he was going against McMillan, he wouldn't have had the game that he had.
That happens.
But 2 of our
Backup
starting DBs were out.
come into games. It does. The guys don't get 200 yards on them.
The only reason Mike knows about this one is because he cares about. He's so invested emotionally.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we have 2 decent. I mean, obviously we have Surtain, right? But like McMillan, the other guys.
How did this turn into a Broncos defensive conversation?
I'm just saying, like everyone was slobbing Jerry Jeudy. It just kind of pissed me
I think
off.
he went for 9 for 235 and a touchdown.
Yeah.
Is that what I'm saying? Damn.
Torched him.
I'm pretty sure he played an NFL defense that week. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, torched him.
This defense did give up 70 points to one team.
He finished at wide receiver 12, Jesse.
12. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's probably the quietest wide receiver 1 finish ever. But
I don't know, man. You made a lot of noise.
It's quiet for you because you have selective hearing.
Yeah, 0
Quiet for
shares.
you. You're the Steve Smith of this podcast.
I just
like
hate,
Jerry Jeudy. Never heard of her.
I also like, and maybe it's just a personal thing. I hate having
Yes, that's what we're trying to say.
super dramatic dudes, and that dude's just a tool bag.
Oh my god! All right, let's move on to Drake London in this conversation. The big
Maybe
prize.
it's a personal thing. The most understated.
I'm just saying, not just Jerry Jeudy, but like other wide receivers that are just
So let's say
crazy
Tet.
off the field.
Let's say Tet goes to. I don't know what's a good situation for you guys.
The Chargers.
The Giants with Jameis.
No,
And
let's
then
not say that. Let's not. That's not a good spot.
All right, Chargers.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the spot.
Yeah, he compliments Lad very well. Would you rather have him or Drake London?
London. Goodness gracious.
Goodness gracious. Clutching your
Yeah.
pearls.
Well, hit me
Oh,
with a
wow.
real question, and I won't have to.
All right. Drake London and Judy. Or, Drake London or Judy and Tet.
Still, it's not even close, to be
All right.
honest.
What does it take to get Drake London? I guess is what I'm trying to, because Tet's like your 102.
A lot.
Yeah, 102, 104, 102, 103.
Okay.
Probably would
Great.
think about that. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not giving up what I would view as going forward should be close to viewed as a top 5 receiver.
He's
Or-
for me, he's like one of the guys closest to that Lamb Jefferson Chase conversation. There's probably 2-3 guys that I wouldn't be surprised if they end up in that conversation, and he's one of them. I think London is really, really good, and that's with really bad quarterback play.
Yeah, I mean, he's still 23 as well. So
Yeah,
we're talking the next half decade. I should feel comfortable plugging and play as wide receiver 1. It's going to take a lot for me to move off of that.
Yeah, he was wide receiver 5. I don't have any Drake, so.
Yeah, have a little bit. For what Chad didn't take from me.
I was getting Drake everywhere. I got so many Drake London shares the last offseason.
I know you took 2 from me.
Yeah.
I mean,
sorry about that.
I got players, but you still took 2.
Jamie in the chat asked thoughts on Marvin Mims' future. He's got to
Why?
get more.
Can we? Nobody
Why?
asked more about the Broncos.
Just saying, Jamie's asking.
Mike's just making up names in the chat. He's like, Sally wants to know.
And do they draft Tyler Warren? Which that would be cool.
Sally
That
wants
would
to
be
know
nice.
on that one play with Jerry Judy.
All right, let's move on from Jerry Judy. Chad, I do want to ask you what's the current price on Amir Abdullah? We did say did say we're gonna come back to this, right?
Yeah, no, that's tough. I really want to see how the draft falls, but I mean it's tough to.
He's pretty.
Is it multiple first right now?
Have the Raiders gotten to a head coach yet?
He might
they
coach
just
the
hired
team.
their He's old enough. They just hired the GM yesterday, I think.
Okay. Who did they hire?
Spytek, the guy from the Bucks.
Yeah, from the Bucks. Okay.
How many carries is he going to give himself this season? Is what I want to know. Is he just going to call all run plays with just the occasional Gardner Minshew ball thrown in there?
It's going to be like Bugs Bunny when he played baseball.
No, he's gonna walk in the locker room like remember the Titans, like running back, the running back, y'all.
Sorry, Austin. Austin, I'm sorry for bringing it up.
Don't bother me. No, I'm enjoying it.
All right, let's. I guess we're done with that.
You know what's bad?
Mike, you won Jerry Judy.
Trade him for Brooks.
Chad won Bo Nick. And Austin, you won Jonathan Brooks. So I say Chad's big winner of the night, as per usual, actually.
Whoa.
Single
This
QB.
is like my first
This is a
loss
single
in like
QB, yeah.
months.
Okay. We haven't really been playing games.
That's why
Except
I'm winning still.
Yeah. Well, we've had lists, and I won all the list games. Oh, there goes
Definitely.
Chad.
See, Chad does not agree with you.
He's pissed.
He knows you did not win.
I kind of just wanted to talk about, I guess, the head coach kind of stuff before we get on to Pokemon cards.
That's what I like to hear.
And Chad's back. So yeah, so we have Ben Johnson
Chicago.
in Chicago. So I've already seen DJ Moore prices like starting to spike, and people like want to buy them. So it's already starting.
I mean, it should.
Yeah. The one actionable thing I can tell you to do right now, I mean, just like hold your Bears shares. Don't go overpaying for Bears, but sell DeAndre Swift if you can right now. If you can use this hype to sell him and get maybe a couple seconds.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. I think it's a good time, like an amazing time to get out. So Jamie wants you to rank Bulbasaur for Dynasty.
Probably top
I
five.
mean, he's probably got to be tight end with the vines able to grip.
What
you
happened
build a
while I
block
was
and
gone?
catch.
I swear I was gone for like 10 seconds.
No, it's been 2 days.
we ended the game. You were the big winner with Bo Nix, and we're talking about head coaching hires before we go into. We're gonna tell everybody what packs we're gonna open.
I just didn't know. I was just confused on how starter Pokemon got entered into the conversation.
Yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit about what Pokemon packs we're gonna open later. All right. So, and then we have Rabel in New England with
McDaniels.
Right? This is very good. I think.
Yeah, I like that a lot, actually.
Yeah, I think this is very good for Drake May.
Oh, McDaniels is there for sure.
Yeah, it's a done deal. They hired him. So we still have what, Raiders and Jets and Jags.
Oh,
the Jags are.
Aaron Glenn today.
Yeah, the Jets hired Aaron Glenn.
Oh, they did hire Aaron Glenn, but we still need to know who their OC is going to be.
Correct.
Yeah.
But wow, so just
Cowboys,
the Jags
Raiders,
are just
Saints, and Jags left.
Jags are just setting everything on fire, huh?
Cowboys though, what are the Cowboys going to do?
Oh, Cowboys too, right? But
I think they're going to hire Schottenheimer.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's already had his second interview.
I thought it was going to be Kellen Moore.
I thought it was going to be Kellen Moore too.
Yeah, part of me wants them to hire Kellen Moore just because he's Kellen Moore. He's just so average, but part of me wants him to stay in Philly just for continuity.
Yeah,
I don't want a third OC and I guess fourth OC in 4 years is what it would be. What's this do to Detroit now that they lost both their coordinators? I mean, we saw what it did to Philly last year. You know, it took them a year to find the right guys to replace. They tried to hire from within and it didn't work.
Yeah, well, we don't know. I mean, realistically, we have no idea.
Does it do anything for the stock?
I'm
Worries me a little for
probably.
Goff, to be honest. But
I mean, the
all
studs
the players are still there, right? So
the studs aren't getting cheaper. Like Gibbs and Amon-Ra aren't getting cheaper, but you think maybe Jameson is a little more obtainable?
I don't know. I mean, to be honest, we don't know. We don't know what it's going to be. I would assume you don't see a lot of value movement during this because I would assume nobody knows. And there will be some people that are perceive it to be a loss, and it might very well be. But it depends on who they hire, and that'll be the big thing. If it's a big name, people will like it. If they hire within, people will think it's going to be the same system. So if they just go and surprise people and they pick this name that nobody likes, then yes, you'll see a loss.
Gotcha. You're blurry. All right, that's the head coaching for now and the OC movement for now. I guess we don't have anything else. I guess maybe next week we'll have a little more.
Or Trevor.
Yeah, we need somebody to come in and save Trevor. I was hoping it would be Liam Cohen, but I'm happy he's staying with Baker. And that's a good thing.
Hoping for Joe Brady at this point.
Where's he? Buffalo?
Yeah, Buffalo.
That could be bad for the Bills. I don't know.
We'll see.
Yep, we'll see. All right, that's head coaches. So last thing, gentlemen, what packs are you opening tonight? So we have a little tradition that Chad started about a month or two ago, where these gentlemen open Pokemon packs afterwards, and some of them are like in a tin, and they're all like special and shiny.
Oh gosh,
I'm so glad you're describing this.
I'm so glad Jesse's describing it.
This is awesome.
Yeah,
keep going.
Great.
Tonight we're gonna announce what packs that we're opening. Actually, let's go with Chad. Chad's the high roller.
What are we talking about?
You probably do have the most sealed stuff of all.
Absolutely.
Yeah, what are you opening tonight?
You guys trying to get me robbed or something? I don't know what's happening. Am I getting set up? They're like his address, and he keeps it. Yeah.
Perfect. Look, he's telling us his address right now, and he muted himself.
All right, you're good.
Maybe some cosmic eclipse. We'll see.
That's a big one. Just so
All
you
right.
know, Jesse, I can tell how excited you were by that. That's a good set.
Austin, what are you opening tonight?
The only thing I could find anywhere is Stellar Crown. So
Oh,
we're
me
going
too.
for the Squirtle and Bulbasaur.
All right, so these are the first 2 Pokemon packs I've ever bought, and I'm opening them tonight. Stellar Crown.
Yeah, we
right
did
there.
it, guys. We got him to buy
You
some.
got 2
Hoping for the
Pokemans.
Umbreon, gold Umbreon,
God, shut up, Jesse.
Gold
opening
Star.
Gold
I'm
Star
opening
Umbreon. What do you got?
Terrestrial Festival. It's the Japanese version of the new set.
Which
Oh,
he
nice.
is looking for Umbreon.
Prismatic. This one
Okay.
should have Umbreon in it. So if it does, I will scream
Scream.
Like a little girl.
like
Like
a
a
little
little girl. Nice. Okay. All right, cool. Maybe at some point, like, we can make this a Patreon episode. You think Memphis will go for that?
No.
Open it month.
I don't know if our listeners are going to go for that. I wonder
Yeah.
how many are left. Probably none.
Probably none.
All right. Anything else?
Nope.
It's been front office.
Screw Jerry Judy.